Hello, I'm Mark Albus, and welcome to The Difference TV. Today I'm with Ros Betts, and we're talking about empowerment. Hi Ros, how are you?
Hi Mark, I'm feeling wonderful.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
from what I understand, we had a little chat earlier, and your journey of empowerment very much came from music and discovering a flute.
Yes.
And you've brought that along with you today.
Yes, I have.
Would you mind sharing how you came across this flute?
It was a while ago. I joined in with a women's chant group that was happening at Sophia, a centre off Crossroads, and the presenter was Peru Francis, I think her last name. She was going by Peru the Singing Woman. And besides the chant with women, which was absolutely fabulous, she was playing this instrument, a Native American flute. And the sound of it was just so dynamic, ethereal. It was hard to describe, really, because it got to the emotional level, it hit the soul, and I thought after that, oh, I've got to look up what these flutes are, and yeah, source one. So that's what I've done.
Right. And so you very much were talking beforehand about how your empowerment came from a sense of being invisible and then moving towards being visible. And the flute helped you with that. Why did you feel that you were invisible before?
My upbringing is what I suppose has been a fairly normal one, along the line of brought up on a farm. I'm one of a twin, good Christian home background, growing into through the school years with the usual aggro that a teenager might develop and show, to a marriage, family, building a business, and it was probably what's seen as a really good life, a fair amount of abundance. There were some lows, but there were some highs. We weren't ever poor, and it just felt so normal and what's expected. And within that time, I grew to be, I suppose, complacent with myself and not actually being heard, and I really did start to feel invisible.
Right.
Even though I was in community things and a lot of other stuff as well. Yeah, I felt invisible and decided one day, and probably around the time I went to this women's chant group, I don't want this life anymore.
Right. And so the flute actually allows you to share your voice in a certain way.
Yes, it does, because I feel it's speaking to my soul when I'm playing the flute. And I can go places that you just cannot visit here physically on earth. It is a meditation of the soul for me, and I do like to share it with others, but it's not for that reason that I play it. It really is for myself and the inner growing that I'm having happening.
May I be so bold as to ask you to share a bit of it with us now?
Yes, and hopefully it sounds all right. That long enough?
Ros, you have such a presence when you do that. It is, like you say, it's working on many different levels. It's a beautiful sound.
It does.
And how do you feel now that that you're working with, the music and stepping into your power, can really assist others? What difference do you feel this can make?
Well, I think it's not just with an instrument. I think we're born with nothing, and I think I've probably got to a point for myself that we need to keep things more simplified, because there is such a plethora of self-help techniques, books, workshops that you can go to all the time, and there's nothing against that. It's more, instead of being confused, bring it back to the simple. We're born with just who we are, and what we have is our voice. So I think for me, I would really enjoy going out and developing workshops where women can come together, like the one I experienced, where you come to join your voices in chant or instruments, but in whatever way it's creative, and you are actually empowering yourself and being able to know that your difference, because we each have the different gifts. Some might sing beautifully, but even in just that chant, it doesn't matter if you can sing, you are making sound, and it's your sound, it's your breath, breathing out your life to share with others. And that's what we're here for, is community with people, learning from each other, and really just opening our hearts, sharing that love, and bringing that back to ourselves, because we are the centre of that goes out into the one and the whole of what humanity is.
Very nicely said. And so whatever someone's difference is, it's very much appreciating that difference. And Ros has very much found it through the flute.
Yes.
And it's been an expression and a way for her to become empowered. And as she was saying, become visible for the first time in a very long time. And
being able to be heard. Without just being listened to and have, well, kids, they'd always say, stop lecturing, Mum. I think that's really what got me to the point where I was thinking, I'm not being heard. They're listening, but it's off the side. And I really did want to be heard.
Thank you very much,
why
Ros.
the journey?
Well, there you go. Listen and be heard.
Thank you.
Use your voice. And may you live the difference you are here to make. This is Mark Albus from The Difference TV, opening humanity's heart.
Live your difference. www.thedifference.tv